Now, let's just first talk about why is it that we even need to calculate our macros, okay? Well, number one, as we all know, we have goals. We have things that we're trying to accomplish, whether it's gaining fat, or hopefully nobody wants to gain fat, losing fat, there's gaining muscle, okay? There is, like I said, there's recomp, okay? We all have particular goals. And yes, we need to know macros, we need to know calories. All of these things are extremely important, okay, to understand. And when you can calculate how many calories you should be eating, what's your macro breakdown, then you're more likely to get to your goals. Okay. Now, many moons ago, I did a session on the 4 ways to create a meal plan. Okay. The first way to create a meal plan was essentially a calorie-based meal plan, okay, where you're just eating a certain number of calories. So if your number is you're going to eat 2,000 calories, then all you want to do is make sure that you're eating under 2,000 calories if your goal is weight loss. Okay. The problem is it's only weight loss. It's not necessarily fat loss. Okay. Most people don't want to lose weight. Most people really want to lose fat. Okay. And if you don't know the difference between weight loss and fat loss, we got to talk because there is a big difference in it. Okay. And I've done a gazillion sessions before on the difference between weight loss and fat loss. Okay. But a calorie-based meal plan is really only about weight loss. Now, that's part of the equation, but really we want to focus on losing the fat or gaining the muscle, or in some cases, both. Okay. So the way that you do that is you take it one step further and you do a macro breakdown. That's the second type of way of creating a meal plan, is creating a macro based meal plan. And with the macro based meal plan, you're able to target the fat, you're able to target the muscle, you're able to target exactly what you want to target with a macro based meal plan. Okay. Now there's some pros and cons of doing that. Okay. And we're not going to get into that. That was that session, what we already did. Okay. But there are some pros and cons of doing a macro based meal plan. So for the sake of this today, we're just going to talk about how to calculate your macro plan. We're not going to get into the philosophy of, is this the right plan for you? We're not going to get into, should you do it or any of this stuff. Okay. We're just going to talk about strictly how to calculate it. So if you're watching this right now, it's because you want to learn how to calculate macros. Okay. You've already convinced yourself that this is what you want to do and this is what you need to do. Okay. Now, if you're not there, if you're not sure if macros are right for you, you're not sure if this is even what you want to do, then you can sit back and watch, but some of this stuff might go over your head a little bit. Okay. So the purpose of following macros is simply so we can focus on losing fat and gaining muscle, or focus on maintaining your fat, gaining muscle, whatever the case is. Okay. But we want to focus on those two things, fat and muscle. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do with a macro based meal plan. So if your goal is to either lose fat or your goal is to gain muscle, or maybe it's both, okay, then a macro based meal plan may be right for you. You're in the right spot. Okay, cool.